Alright guys, and welcome back. Okay, today is Thursday, so we are going to start modeling the leaves. I've already done a little bit of the leaves here, so later on I will actually redo and show you guys again right from the start how you're going to do it. So before you will start modeling, there's a few things I need to go through again as usual. So we will start off with attendance as usual. So in general, do assignment. Wow, so fast lag already. Okay. Okay, that was fast, the lagging. So again, back to our attendance again. Just check. Quite a lot. Zara, Cassidy, Farid, Hanif, Brian, Michiko, Sherilyn, Andrea, and Aaron. Okay, I think some of y'all will come in a bit later, so okay, please be on time. Okay, so today we're going to start modeling the mouth, but before the mouth, actually I want to do a few things to share, which is hotkeys. Okay, hotkeys is like your shortcuts on your keyboard, because a lot of the time we've been using things like right click, shift right click, this and that, especially shift right click, connect component, uh, in my edge mode, shift right click, connect component. So we'll be going to use these tools quite often, so I don't really like to use shift right click. After a while it gets very tiring and slow, so I prefer to use hotkeys on my keyboard, like combination, and then it will help me do the connect component. So how we're going to do it is that we're going over to my display, sorry, under Windows, settings and preference, hotkey editor. Okay, so in hotkey editor, when you open it up, whoa, what's happening? Okay, this will take a while to know what's happening there. Okay, cool. So this will open up. Usually it's quite fast. I have no idea why my computer today suddenly this thing a bit slower, but it doesn't matter. So here you see your hotkey sets. Now by default this is your Maya one. Later when you create your own one, or you can import others, up to you. You decide. You can customize your own name for the hotkey set, right? So what I want to do is I want to search for connect component. Okay, so application command. Okay, let's try to find connect. So when you type something down, anything that have the word connect will pop up. Okay, so we want to search for connect component. This is the one, and I'm going to use like maybe Control W. So currently Control W is not being assigned to anything. There's no issue with it, so you can just kind of like press save, and tell you that this hotkey is currently being saved already. So we're going to try it out. Okay, I'm not going to close this editor yet because I still want to do a few hotkeys. So Control W, don't seems to be working. Let's try again. Control W, yes, is correct. This is the option. Is there any other connect component? That's the only one that we have, so it should be correct. Okay, save and close. Try again. Control W. Not working. That's weird. Settings, hotkeys. Editors. Connect. Mesh tool, edit mesh. Let's try. What if I use this? Yes. Save. Let's try again. Still not working. That's weird. Oh, okay. Apparently, if I switch it to shift, okay, let me just remove this. Okay, so I changed the hotkeys to Control Shift W instead of Control W. I don't know why Control W doesn't work, but now Control Shift W works. So okay, that's fine. So long as it helps me connect component. Okay. So from now onward, I won't be using Shift right click anymore. I'll be using Shift Control W to do my connect component. Oh, that will save a lot of time. Next, I want to change the hotkey is the transform constraint. By default, okay, you'll be using things like shift control, then you will go into the transform constraint and then H light. So I want to have a hotkey for this as well. So I'm going to reduce this, remove and find transform. So it's not under here. So let's find menu, transform constraint is not here as well. Other item, transform. Don't have also. Let's see. What if I type constraint? Need to remember what's the menu. This is under select transform constraints. Okay, modeling toolkit. Where is it? Select model, move vertices, select constraint, constraint angles, constraint edge loop, no. Edge line. Okay, correct. Found this here. Shift X. Shift X is already used for grid snap press. Save and override. Now let's try. Took a while to find that. Shift X. Okay, works. Shift X again. I need to turn it off. So how do I off? This should be Shift X as well. Can I use the same thing? Oh, cannot. So I have to maybe Shift C. Curve snap. Yes. Okay, so I'm not using any curve at all. So I can just use a Shift C to turn off. So basically, Shift X is to turn on the edge light. Shift C is to turn off the edge light. So this is my on-off switch for the uh, transform thing. Okay, so this will save me a lot of time rather than going around to find the um, uh, the menus and stuff. Okay, so finally now we can move on to what's that? Slide. Control Shift and move. Is it? Let's try. Control Shift and move. Oh, already oh, should have done that, find that earlier. Thanks so much. So that's the answer here. All right, instead of using the hotkeys, you can use Control Shift. That will save a lot of time. In fact, okay. So for the mouth, we can finally start moving on to work on the mouth. Okay, so instead of the nose and the eyes, I decided to start the mouth first. Mainly because it's a lot easier compared to the eyes. The eyes is very similar to the mouth, just that the eyes you got eye duct, and then you got the lips over here as well, and then you have the outer shapes, which might be a bit more confusing if I start off first. So if I start off with the mouth, which is very very similar to the eyes, but a lot more simple in terms of shapes, then when I move on to the eye section later on, it's easier to understand what's going on. Okay, so for the mouth, what I suggest for you guys to do is just go over to Pinterest or use Google to search for some topology of the mouth, so you roughly know like the shape, um, or the rough topology, rough amount of body count, how does it roughly looks like, you know, and you can also use like how they model up in terms of the flow, um, where is the out, where is the highest point of the vertices, where is the lowest point, where are the in and out of the vertices. So when you model your figure at time, you won't feel so lost, like you don't know where to move your model. So there are quite a lot of very nice pictures out there which only show the mouth, so you can actually use it to help yourself. Okay, some videos might be a bit confusing, but go ahead, watch it and learn on your own. Okay, so I won't be using this. I'll just turn it off first in case it's slowing down my PC. Okay, and for me personally, I will have to open up my face again, and I have to kind of put them side by side, and model the figure. So I can still use the image plane behind, but for certain details, certain shape. Okay, so for the image plane at the back of my Maya files, for certain details right now, I can't really see the um, details really. So I have to kind of make use of Photoshop to see them. Okay, so Photoshop, turn it on. Maya, put it side by side. Okay, so maybe I want to see the three-quarter view first. This was done roughly within like half an hour or so. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to reopen the file. Okay, I think I cannot reopen the file. I need to delete this model and unhide one of the old one. Unhide all. So this was the older model. Hide this, muscle man, hide the image plane. Hide it. I need my own model. Okay, back. Okay, control space bar to go into expert mode. Duplicate special. Okay. Oh, okay. No idea why the lag came back. So let's start modeling. I went back into my front view, and I want to kind of like quadratize some of the body count here. So, okay, I'm not going to talk so much, but just start modeling. Okay, so this is one body look. This is what we are looking for. Okay. Next. going to add some edge loop in the middle of the mouth, or maybe at the outer side first. Let's just try. I just forget. I got my shortcut. Okay, and I'm going to do some movement. These are the inner part of the lips. I want these vertices to be like the inside. And maybe I want to squeeze them as well. Too much. Okay, and all this area here, I'm just going to push it out. Doesn't really bother me if I don't match the picture, because later on I'll be adding more lines, and those lines will kind of help me hit those images. Okay, even if I were to hit them right now, some of the areas won't look correct, so it's okay to have some miss at the moment. Okay, what I'm doing here is these faces here. I'm trying to kind of get some of the shape, sort of meaty part to protrude out, so it's like overlapping the lips. So we are not really just doing the lips alone as well. We are kind of like modeling the surrounding it as well, because the shape of it affects the lips. those sprinkles around the lips will be textured. Okay, so shift control each slide. Oh, this really saved me a lot of time. So modeling is not just about looking at the front view, side view. It's really about three-quarter, top, bottom. So you realize how come sometimes I will model I will see from the bottom. It's because there are certain curves that from the front view and side view you don't get to see it. You only get to see it from this kind of corners. So yeah. So for the lips, the upper lips especially, okay, if I were to go to the front view, okay, sorry for showing you this scary looking photo. Okay, anyway, so this section of the lips, right, these are actually like protruding out. All right, so you will see a lot of the skin, but then as you go down this part, you'll see less of it. Right, so we want to kind of do that as well for the 3D model. Okay, here this part is the protruding lips. This section here is kind of like sunken in, and this whole section here is protruding out again. Okay, so same thing, we want to try to do this in our 3D model. Yeah, you use ZBrush easier or Miss Linkin. Your computer can handle ZBrush now. Mine also can handle already. You want to talk about ZBrush? Allow. ZBrush is easier if you know how to do it lah. Then why don't use? You already have a lesson that is teaching you how to use ZBrush already. And not all the companies have ZBrush for you to use for character modeling. So even if you use ZBrush to sculpt a character, you can't animate the high-res model. You still have to retopo the high-res model to become a low-poly model. So in the end, you still have to remodel over it. And if you don't know how to model a face, you don't learn it. When you want to retopo the high-res model into a low-poly model, you'll face some difficulty. Yeah, I know you all learned before. I see what you all have done before. So. else do I want to do here? Okay, so next step, I'm just going into my sculpting tool. I'm just going to use things like smoothing or relaxing to kind of smooth out. Here, I also want to maybe use things like the move brush to help me get back certain shape. Oops. Okay, now even though some of the lines heal up with my image plane, but actually I'm not going to follow certain things from my image plane. I'm still going to tweak it up. The reason why I'm doing this is because from my front view or my three-quarter view, those area there don't look correct. So anatomically wise, I'm trying to tweak it. Okay, so once I more or less have the shape of the lips, which is what I want, then I will go into chamfer or bevel the edges to give me the very hard edge around the lips and the lower body, lower lips. For now, I think I still have to tweak just a little bit more. So just give me a bit of time. Okay. Shift right click, bevel, bring the edges closer. Okay, and what we just did was we kind of like harden the lips. So around the upper lips, we have this outline there, this edge, and the lower lips as well. So that's what we are doing by beveling the edges there. But we don't want every area to be too hard. So areas like these corners here, we will use the transform to the edge, transform sliding to slide up so it doesn't look too hard. And usually I prefer to do this method somewhere towards the end um, rather than doing it at the start, because now that they are so close to one another, anytime I move it, certain things will, the form, the shape will look a bit uncomfortable. So if I have been modeling too much after I bevel, then I might want to remove the bevel and redo the bevel again. Okay, so roughly this is how we can get the lips out. Some of tutorials online will give you a very more defined lips, especially for the female characters. But for a guy, I don't think we want it to be too protruding, especially for those Asian looking character. And since our context is more towards the Chinatown Asian type, we will have much more softer looking lips. So since we are more or less done, do you have any questions you want to ask, or I continue to kind of finesse the model a bit more? just going to clean up a bit of the neck area and move on into the throat of the model. So the throat of the model is not too scary, nothing much to worry about. Check the neck. The neck might be a bit too squarish here. Okay, when you're modeling the character, if you're taking your photos of your family, or yourself, don't smile too much, don't open the mouth too big, keep it at the neutral position as much as possible. Okay, I think my hotkey disappeared. think the triangle is causing that sharp pinch, so I'm going to remove it. Yep. Okay, the chin is a little bit way too sharp. Okay, now into the throat area. So save the file. For this I need to hide the model and show you guys from the inside. So we are going to the edge mode. We are going to select the lip section. So I just double click, go on to the first one, go on to shift and double click onto the end of the lips. Okay, and now what we're going to do is going to extrude out, go on to shift and pull it out. We're going to extrude out the whole mouth interior. So once I kind of extrude out, I can actually use I can use the scale tool here, unfortunately. So I got to select the edges, go on to shift again and double click. So I select the upper lips, the edges from the upper lips, and go to pull it up, followed by those at the bottom, and I will pull it down. Okay, those in the middle here, we just kind of have to even them up. This will create the wall for the lips. Okay, so one more time, go on to shift, double click, and I'm going to straighten it. Pull this back. Oh, did I miss anything? What is that? Oh, okay, that's nothing. So I'm going to shrink down just a little bit, pull it back. Okay, so this will kind of be the inner lips. Okay, next I'm going to extrude it out again, widen it up, one to shift and move it out, one to shift, extrude out again, rotate, extrude out again, rotate, shrink it, and this will kind of becomes the inner portion of the mouth. We don't have to model the teeth. Please don't go and model the teeth. We are not going to see any teeth, so don't do that. Okay, we can also do a bit of cleanup in terms of edge loop, because we don't really see so much of the model inside, so we can kind of collapse them. You can do the collapsing at the start before you start extruding. That will save you some time. Okay, back to the front, you realize now the lips is kind of open up. So you just have to double check and see if it is good enough for you. If it's not, then just go in to tweak the model. Okay, we have one more section here, which is the NASA area. So this one here, we just have to extrude it out and just delete this portion. And that's about it. Done. Okay, so the mouth is just something like that. When we start doing the nose, back to the eyes, and then kind of like when we are finished with almost everything, we will be kind of nitpicking on the model, like which area can we fine tune a bit further and stuff. So it's okay not to like spend so much time on the mouth. You can just spend like maybe a day, because you guys are just still learning. So you can spend about maybe one day or half the day done with the mouth, move on. Don't stay there for too long because you'll be very tired as well. Okay, move on to other section of the body. Once you are done with everything, then we going to fine tune the model. Okay, so definitely got a few areas that I'm still not happy with the model yet. Okay, but we are slowly getting there. Okay, any question you want to ask? Okay, if there's no question, then we will end off today's section. Seems to be quite short. So next Monday, we will start off with the nose. What imams they review. Okay, so as again next Monday we will do the nose, and then the nose is not that difficult. Then Tuesday onwards, then we will do the eyes. Okay, sure, I'm struggling to even get the head shape right and edit detail from there. Um, who is flyer fun? Okay, the head once you get the shape of the head correct, you start off with a low poly count first. Don't go in with too much poly count. The more poly counts you have, the harder you find that you want to get it rough and stuff. I mean, get it smooth and stuff. Get it round especially. The side of the head is usually a bit more flat looking than the okay Russell. So the skull at the back is a bit more round looking. So you want to keep it as simple, as smooth as possible. Okay, so maybe I have to draw over my own head lah. So shape of the head, so let's just imagine this is my skull, the shape, okay, and then this is the kind of like my eye socket. So since I already have my 3D, the model here, it's easier for me to draw them. Okay, so you want to kind of imagine that your model is like this at the moment. It's like a cube, and then behind is like a spear. Okay, sorry, my drawing a bit shitty. Let me erase a bit. Okay, so this is like a cylinder, a spherical cylinder, and then this part is like chopped off. This part is flat. Then you got a cube. Okay, but at the same time, your face is not flat. So your face is you have to remember later on you have to curve it. So from the top view, okay, you are looking at the front. This is your eyeball, right? It is curved. it's not flat, but if you're using a box, it will be flat. So I mentioned in the last few videos, you need to push this corner in. When you push this corner in, it'll be curved already. So this is how you can roughly get the shape out. At the same time, your jawline, because this is a box, it's very 90 degree. You have to move this corner up to somewhere around here, just an example. Okay, so it will kind of give you the 7 o'clock look of the jaw. Alright, but then again, because we are Asian characters, our jaw lines are not so distinctive. So it's kind of the meat over it will kind of blend it down to the neck. So it's hard for you to find where the jawline is. Right. Once you get the shape, then you can go in to start doing the eyes, the nose, the mouth. So the last time I shared with you guys was I simply take a cylinder, you know, and then I kind of the cylinder itself have maybe about 8 sides or 10, I don't recall already. Got to watch the video again. And then after that, from there you kind of bevel the vertices, and then you kind of have opening, right? So that will become the plane eyeball. You do the same for the lips, and then you kind of bridge them over and combine them to the head. Then from there you slowly refine it. So it's usually very ugly and depressing when you start off with this at the beginning. Like I remember Monday when I was doing it, it looked so creepy and ugly. It's just uncomfortable lor. It's not very nice to look at lor. But it's like that. So you start off with something ugly, then you slowly go in to refine to get the shape correct, then to clean up the topo, then you move on to the next portion, then you move on to the last portion, then you refine everything again. So it is what you're going through right now, I would say, is very common. Okay, so you just have to just go along with it first. All right. um, Black lips, my nose shape in my polygon looks so wrong. I think if I'm not wrong, I saw your model the last time. um, but don't worry, Monday we will go through it. I think because your model, the last time I saw it, the topology was the nose was like this long, from one side to the other side, like Donald Duck kind, so maybe that's why. uh, so Monday we will see. But smooth shade looks fine. Oh, rough. So, Cher, is it normal if the subdivision of the leg and arm are all different after fixing topology? Yes, it is normal. Okay, so you can have like maybe my arm at the start I have 8, my leg also have 8, but later on my leg I got 10. It's totally normal. Okay, as long as you are able to connect back to the body and keep the edge loop, whichever part that is the joint location, like the shoulder is the joint location for the arm and the body, then the area there you want to make sure that the flow is smooth. Okay, so again, what I mean by that, back to my 3D model, unhide all. Okay, so right now mine is not that smooth, mine is going over like that. Okay, but what you want is okay, you make sure that it is something like this. Okay, so if you have something like that, then you want to fix it. Remove all of these first. You can always bring them back later. So just an example, okay, it should be something like this. This is a cleaner edge loop, easier for rigging and less painful for yourself when you are modeling. So it's totally fine if you have one. Again, the legs can have more, the arms can have more, either one can have more, but not too much lah. Otherwise, again, harder for you to model. Just remember, the more vertices, the more edges you have, the harder is it for you to get things done. So keep it simple. Any other questions? Okay, so if there's no other questions, then that's about it. I will see you guys on Monday. Don't forget tomorrow you all still have, if I'm not wrong, they might still have a PE lesson tomorrow with your Mr. Bohan at the MS team. Those things that I shared with you for control alternate delete, go watch the video. Go and register using the Google link that they sent yesterday. Go and sign up. Okay. So nothing else, then I will end the video here. If you have asked question on MS Team, I'll get back to you as ASAP.